Hello everyone. So this video was going to be on yesterday, but Russia getting a new submarine near Crimea took priority, so I'll push this one back a bit, but this is still worth a look. So, a few days ago, we got reports and photos of a big Russian attack that failed south of Novomykhailivka in Donetsk, with huge losses reported. This was on January the 30th or 31st, I think. Now, at the time, we didn't have any video showing the losses, just some photos that were shared. Well, the video playing now has been shared on February the 1st, showing Ukraine taking out this armoured assault. So I thought it worth going through. And as you can see, this armoured column was hit hard. This video shows FPV drone strikes on a number of different vehicles, mainly tanks and MTLBs seen here. These vehicles are disabled and abandoned already, and a handful in the background are seen burning. So these drones were finishing them off after they were disabled, likely by a combination of mines, artillery, and missiles. We can see some what look to be fresh craters in the ground on the video, so I do think this was artillery which devastated this column, and the drones sent in afterwards to hit the abandoned wrecks and deny Russia the chance to recover them. We also see towards the end of the video a nice aerial view of the scene, showing a number of burning tanks and vehicles, so Russia's losses here were clearly high. Confirmed in this video, we can see 3 T-72 tanks, 7 MTLBs and 1 BMP, a grand total of 11 vehicles. However, the photos we saw initially show some extra vehicle losses, so since I didn't cover those at the time, I'll do it now. These were identified by Twitter user IMI. So on this image, red is tanks, blue is infantry fighting vehicles. So here, 4 tanks are seen and 4 infantry fighting vehicles, and here, another tank sporting a top hat. Now, I can't tell for sure the total number of vehicles destroyed in this engagement, as some we saw in the video getting hit, we saw in the photos as well. Some we didn't, but I can't say for sure definitely which ones we've seen twice. But certainly at least 10, the true number, likely more. This T-72 here, for example, doesn't show up in the older images we looked at least I don't think it does, so that makes it at least 11. And this MTLB, about to get hit by a drone with a burning vehicle ahead of it, are also ones we didn't see on the other photos, I don't think, but I can't say for definite. Now, IMI on Twitter has also provided the geolocation for these losses, so I'm going to put them all on a map for you to see. The ones in the video also occurred in and around the same area, and again, there's likely some overlap between them. I'm using the same colour scheme as before, so red, or rather reddish, for tanks, blue for infantry fighting vehicles. From what I can tell on the video, again it looks like mainly artillery took care of these, as we saw a lot of what looked to be fresh craters in the clip near many of the vehicles, with drones used to finish them off. So definitely big losses here for Russia. These vehicles were advancing west when they were hit. The initial clip we saw of this column advancing, we saw 9 vehicles, but we didn't see the tail end of it. This was around the area with the yellow dot. Oddly enough, the column was heading away from Novomykhailivka towards that small lone building when first spotted. Maybe the initial route it was going was determined to be mined or something like that, or this initial push was called off and they were rerouted elsewhere. Whatever the reason, they eventually ended up in that field where they got malleted. This isn't the first time we've seen huge losses by Russia near Novomykhailivka, many of which are covered on the channel. So on this map, I've put the large scale losses I've covered, colour coded. So in reddish, the one from today with over 10 vehicles destroyed. In blue, just south of Novomykhailivka, we had 24 Russian vehicles destroyed. This was on the outskirts of town, so seems like a push to actually take the town itself. This was in late December. In black, a successful attack by Russia's standards as we lost only 4 vehicles, all destroyed by mines. This was in early December, I believe the 10th of December. This was towards the eastern part of town. 15 vehicles destroyed in yellow, near the field what looks like a foot. This was in late October, to the south of Novomykhailivka. And finally, The first attack featured 4 vehicles destroyed in early October, marked in the map on black. So, in my videos alone, I've covered 57 destroyed Russian vehicles trying to capture Novomykhailivka and territory around it since October last year, a mix of various infantry fighting vehicles and tanks. The recent one covered today, you can see is further east, looking like an attempt to try and encircle the settlement. I'll look at deep states in just a moment. First, these 57 vehicles destroyed in my videos, which I've covered, are just the tip of the iceberg. War spotting is putting the number at a massive 96. So clearly, there were some attacks and probes and pushes which I didn't cover on my video. And this is just visually confirmed losses. The true number will be higher as not every loss is documented. Now let's check deep states. So this was here, so right on the front lines in contested territory. So more of Russia's attempt to encircle Novomykhailivka here and extend Russia's presence to the south. This attack clearly went wrong. So now let's go back in time and see what Russia has gained since October in 4 months and with nearly 100 confirmed vehicle losses. So here, the front lines as they were at the start of October. And now switch to today. So Russia has gained territory towards the south of Novomykhailivka, despite very heavy losses. And this seems the go-to tactic for Russia. Throw as many troops and vehicles into place and slowly grind through it. The same tactic I use on Command and Conquer Red Alert. Imagine being in the Russian army, knowing at some point you're going to be asked to pointlessly throw your life away so the generals can tell Putin they've captured another bush. With zero tactics or thought going into the attacks, just throw the tanks forward and hope some get through. Here it is zoomed out so it's on the southern front of operations. So, that's it for this video. I hope you found it interesting. A bit delayed than I intended to put it out, but still worth a look I thought. If you found the video interesting, please click like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Now, before I finish, I'm going to play 2 videos from NAFO about the ongoing fundraiser, which is nearly at 90% complete now. Big thanks to everybody who donated, and take care everybody.
Greetings. We are Special Drone Squad of 66th Brigade of Ukrainian Armed Forces. We need a pickup truck for evacuation our wounded soldiers and aero scouting. We asking NAFO community and charity fund of 69 Sniffing Brigade to help us. Glory to Ukraine!
Glory to heroes!
Good time of the day, dear friends. We are the military of the 110th Separate Battalion of Territorial Defense of Luhansk region. Currently, it is occupied by aggressor. In a few days, we are heading to liberate our lands towards the Kupiansk direction, where fierce battles are taking place. We are soliciting support from the NAFO and 69th Sniffing Brigade Charitable Foundation. Please help us. We need passable pickup trucks for mobile combat groups of the air forces, specifically for drone operators to adjust fire on the enemy. We are grateful for your help. Glory to Ukraine. Slava Ukraini!
Героям слава!